Shalom, Kahaloyim, Wahawad, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honor being to the head elders who are the apostles and bishops, a great millstone, and Shalom to you, Akim, out there in like mind, who uplift his word in name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and in truth. Welcome to another Proverbs of the day, where we get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the greatest and wisest king to live of his time, King Solomon. And Salakia, on my part, I jumped the gun on my previous lesson, 14, Proverbs 14. I went through Proverbs 15 instead of 14, but it's all right. Doing it now, and Lord willing, you're edified. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, but he that is perverse in his ways despiseth him. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. All right? And we are faithful witnesses unto the Lord, man. So you can take these words that we're telling you, you could take it to the bank, so to speak. We're not lying here. We're not about lies, man. We despise lies. We break down lies. All right, and lies come from the wicked. First and foremost, Esau, Edom. A scorner seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. All right, and we're not scorners here, man. All right, so you can put together, the understanding on your own. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. So the scriptures is telling us what to do, all right, when we encounter wayward individuals, man. It says, go from the presence of a foolish man. Don't deal with them. Stay away from them. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. The NLT says, the prudent understand where they are going, but fools deceive themselves. Verse 9, fools make a mock at sin, right? But among the righteous there is favor. Yep. NLT, fools make fun of guilt, but the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. That's exactly what we're doing, man. All right? We're seeking reconciliation with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai so that we can be saved, man. That's why we're in this faith. The heart knoweth his own bitterness, and a stranger doth not intermeddle with his joy. That's right, man. Like the scriptures tell us, and we know from our own personal experiences, every man knows his own, plight, so to speak. That's why we got to build a strong relationship with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? Because we're all fighting the fight of faith, the good fight of faith. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. Famous scripture. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That's right. NLT says there is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. All right. So what's the opposite path of the one that ends in death? All right. The way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's going to end in life. Everlasting life. The scriptures tell us in the 3rd chapter, all right, to lean not on our own understanding. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. And that's why Book of Ecclesiastes say what it says about going to the house of the mourning. Being in the house of mourning is better than being in the house of mirth, because that's the end thereof of everything, man. All right? To be wise is to know the end of a thing. All right? You know, we have laughter. You have to have laughter. It's a balance. But everything is not a damn joke. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself. The simple, another famous scripture among us, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. NLT says, only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. So you got to have your own mind, man, in this truth. Can't be a simpleton. All right? That's why you see us brothers here at Great Millstone. You don't see us being carbon copies of one another or the leadership, trying to be and emulate, you know, the men that we learn from. Nah, the only thing that we emulate, all right, if anything, is the wisdom that they give us. That's it. Other than that, we're not trying to be a carbon copy of the elder apostles. No, each man has his own spirit. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. Yeah, that's a reckless individual, man. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. So we can't be quick to anger like the scriptures say. All right, we could be angry. It's not a sin to be angry, because in the situation that we're in, it's justified to be angry. Scriptures say, right, wisdom maketh a wise man, oppression maketh a wise man mad. All right, but we are commanded to be angry and sin not, to the best of our ability. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil bow before the evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich hath many friends. And this is why the scriptures say a poor man's wisdom is despised, but a rich man people are going to consider. All right? We got the poor man's wisdom. All right? We're poor men, all right, in the flesh, but we're rich in the spirit. And you don't want many friends anyway, because people are damn fickle, man. People will change up on you in a damn heartbeat. Love you one minute, hate you the next. So that friend bull crap is just that, man. You want true friends, which friend goes into being a brother. All right, there's no brotherly love amongst the world, man. True brotherly love. A nigga commit adultery on you, lie on you, steal from you, all of that. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy upon the poor, happy is he. The so-called white man don't fit this scripture. All right. Well, that last part of the scripture, he fits the first part because he despiseth his neighbor. Didn't the scripture say Esau hated Jacob for the blessing wherewith his father Isaac blessed him? All right, which he had a hand in that by being an undisciplined fool and selling it to Jacob. And then it says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. All the so-called white man has done to our people, all right, is robbery, rape, and murder, and lie. So good, good. The wicked is not meant to be happy, man. Esau, Edom is not meant to have anything favorable coming unto them. Do they not err that devise evil? Absolutely. But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. Let's look up that word penury. Machasawar. Machasawar. I'm not playing the pronunciation because once again, that is Yiddish. We don't deal with the Yiddish. All right, so penury means need, poverty, thing needed. Okay, come. Lack, want. Want of anything. Okay? Need. A needy person. All right? The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivereth souls, and that's what we're doing. We're true witnesses of the Lord, man. Through these scriptures, and we're delivering souls. All right? What does the scripture say? Receive the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But a deceitful witness speaketh lies, and the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. Beautiful. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. And the multitude of people is in the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince. He that is slow to wrath, another great scripture, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. NLT says, people with understanding control their anger. A hot temper shows great foolishness. And that is something that we always got to work on. All right? Because being in the situation, in the circumstances that we're in, it could be tempting to lash out. But we got to, contain ourselves and gather ourselves and pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that he take care of it. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy, the rottenness of the bones. Yeah, man. He that oppresseth the poor reproaches his maker, but he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous have hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Another great scripture, verse 34. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. You see that? And this is what Yahweh Shai is coming with. He's coming with righteousness. And that's where Israel is going to be exalted. Because right now, we have definitely been reproached because of sin. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame. NLT says, a king rejoices in wise servants, but is angry with those who disgrace him. Yeah, and the Lord is a great king. Yahweh B'Shem Shai. We ought to obey them. And we don't want to disgrace the Lord, man. So this has been Proverbs 14. Lord willing, you are edified, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, B'Shem Rakakwadash. Till next one. Shalom.